Hey everyone! I'm just going to give everyone a couple more minutes to top on, and then I will have a recording also for y'all. So with the recording, there'll be some like super special free gifts and some links in there, some tools that I use. So I'm just going to give everyone just like a few minutes. Let's see, and then I'm just going to get started in like 1 minute. Hello. All right, we're going to get started here in just 1 minute. Giving some more people some time to pop on. Okay, so I'm going to get started. This is going to be recorded, so you guys can always rewatch it again. And then with the recording, I am going to send you guys a couple links and a couple of tools that I use to earn my car bonus in less than 30 days. So I kind of just pulled this together in a couple of days. I wanted to share what I did to earn my car. So I'm just a regular person, you guys. I know that there are a lot of network marketers out there that have that are influencers and that have a large following. And I'm just a regular person. I'm a regular mom. I have 3 kids. I work a day job. I see some more people popping on here. That's awesome. So I'm just a regular mom, 3 kids, day job. I'm super busy, and I'm trying to not everyone. So so many people. I'm getting distracted with y'all popping on. Okay, so basically, like, I'm just going to share with you the tips that I used as just a regular person here that really went after my goals. So I've been doing actually network marketing for 4.5 years, and I have a super busy schedule, like I just mentioned, and I've done a few different companies. So I wasn't having success. So what I'd like you to do all is I'm going to have you put your block, what you're feeling blocked in for your business, in the chat. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to put our block down, and then we're going to move on from that block. So you're going to basically leave it all in here, and we're going to move past that block, and you're going to follow it up with your goal. So I want you to drop a comment of what you're feeling blocked in your business. And then that's how we're going to put it down, put it out into the universe, and we're going to let it go. And we're going to move on from that. And you're going to follow that up with what you want to accomplish, your goal. You want to have a really clear vision of your goal. So I'm going to share with you basically 5 tips and 2 additional bonus tips, if you will, of what I did to earn my car in less than 30 days. And so we're going to make this pretty short and sweet. Basically, I was doing network marketing for the past 4.5 years. I did a couple of different companies. So I'm sure, like many of us, we feel like when we hop from maybe company to company, you feel like, I burn out my warm market. I don't want to reach out to my friends and family because I've already talked to them, and they're going to be like, here comes Kristen again, you know, schlepping, whatever. What is she selling now? And I'm sure we've all felt like that. So you guys can put a 1 in the comments if you've ever felt like that. I know that I have. And I'm like, I got to reach out to these other people because I don't want to bother my friends and family anymore. So I was doing everything that I was supposed to be doing in my previous network marketing company, following my leader, reaching out to people. You guys, I was doing so many events. So they're like, oh, come on, you can commit to this time freedom. And I'm like, where's the time freedom in this? I was schlepping my kids to all these different home parties. So at the time I had 2 children, and my daughter, this tells you how many parties I did, you guys. My daughter took her first steps at someone else's house at a home party that I was hosting. I was doing parties at other people's houses like every weekend. And I was like, I cannot do this anymore. It's so stressful, schlepping my kids around. My kids are miserable. And I'm like, okay, come on, Mama's gonna do another party. Like, let's go. And it was just not for me. So I started realizing that company and that mission, that business model just was not for me. It was not aligned with my mission. It was not aligned with who I was. It wasn't aligned with where I was in my life. I needed to realign myself and do things differently with this business this time. So I really almost kind of gave up on network marketing because I was like, obviously this isn't for me. I shot to the top of that, one of the top compensation plans in that company in 3 months. And then I wanted to get to like the next level, and that was a pretty big leap. And I sat there for 3.5 years, you guys, at that same spot. So in 3 months, I skyrocketed, and people were like, oh my gosh, she's gonna go all the way to the top. And then 3.5 years, I was like stagnant, and I was like, I don't want to give up. I can't switch companies again. I just had so much fear behind what I thought I was supposed to be doing. So that's my first tip to you guys, really, is you want to really assess yourself and assess your business. Our goals and our missions change. So make sure that what you're doing aligns with who you are and what your mission is. So what is your mission? Are you out to help moms? Are you out to help people get healthy? Are you out to whatever? And remember that your mission is not your company, okay? You are so much more than your company. So think big. Make sure that what you're doing aligns with yourself and your lifestyle. So what I was doing with that business, like, was not aligning with my lifestyle. And now I have a 3rd kid in the mix. Can you guys imagine? Let me just schlep all 3 kids to a home party every weekend. Like, it's crazy here, you guys. So I just realized that I couldn't do that. So I was actually talking to a friend, and she was like, we were taking some coaching classes together to build our network marketing business. Because I was like, I'm gonna do this differently. She felt the same way. She was doing a company, I'm not gonna mention any company names, and she was just like starting to think, she's like, well, I don't know how my mission is to help these postpartum women, but how am I gonna do that with this product? Like, it just didn't match. And so she realized that she wasn't aligned with what she was doing and what her mission was. So make sure that you're aligned with your mission, because if not, then you're inevitably going to get stuck. And so that's what happened to me. So that's tip 1, align yourself with your mission. The second tip, and I'm actually going to share in the replay with you guys a link to my Magic Morning course and my course and my worksheet. I'm going to share that with you guys. You want to have a really strong mindset. So if you don't have a morning routine, you guys need to have a morning routine. I'm telling you, it's so important. And so basically the short version is my morning routine. I'm super busy, you guys. I'm getting 3 kids ready in the morning. It's like super crazy here. I mean, I can't even think straight in the morning. I'm like rushing with my hair on fire out the door, like ready to drop these kids to school off on time, right? So my magic morning that I'm going to send to you guys, the training for free in the replay, is basically all automated. So I'm going to show you how to like fit your mindset course, your magic morning routine, into your busy schedule. So my mindset was so strong, and I had like unwavering conviction that I was going to get this car, you guys. So I had like my affirmations, I had like my goal for the month. And so I have a morning routine, and I record it. So this is the sneak peek into how you're going to fit this into your day, and I'm going to explain it in more detail in the link that I send you. But I record my magic morning, you guys. Everything is digital. So I record my magic morning in segments. So I have my short-term goal that I'm going to do, and I speak into the present tense, and that way I play music in the background, and I record it, so I hear myself saying this to myself, and then I start to, my brain makes that connection to what I have now and what I will have, because I am going to get this. This is my short-term goal. I record that. I record my long-term goal. I have a vision board. And so for me personally, if you like to cut and paste and do all that, then go for it. I don't have time for that. I'm focused on income producing activities. So I do a quick vision board because I do believe that this magic morning routine is so crucial to success, that it's really important. But I do digital, you guys. Go on Pinterest, you know, snap some pictures. I have like my $1 million. I have like the body that I want, you know, back when before I had 3 kids, right? That's what I'm going for again. I have the dream house that I want, and I have the car that I wanted to drive. All of that is on my vision board. So I visualize that every single day, and I look at it and I picture like what it feels like to drive that car, you know, what the new car smells like. The more detail you can give these visions and your manifestations, the more your brain is going to make that connection, and it's going to happen, you guys. And I'm just telling you, so I did this, and I've been doing my network marketing company because I made the switch for a month. Now it's a month. I joined January like 22nd or something like that, and I got my car February 17th. So I did that for a month, and I was doing it a little bit before, but I really like focused in and was like, I'm making this happen every single morning. My affirmations that I have on there, a lot of them started to come true in just a month. And initially I was like a little skeptical because I was like, oh, what's this like hokey pokey? Like I'm going to record these, and then like all of a sudden, like I'm just going to speak these things and they're going to happen. And so I was a little skeptical at first, but you guys, it happened. Like, I'm going to say like, not all of your affirmations are going to come true. So then I have my short term, my long term, and then my affirmation statements. And so I think it's really important to make specific affirmations. So when you talk about what you're going to achieve, so I said, I am this rank. And I put a deadline on it by my birthday, because my birthday was the 24th, by the way. And that was my goal. I'm like, I'm going to do this. It's happening. And I'm going to be this rank. I'm going to have my car bonus by then. I'm going to have recruited this many people and this many customers. That's how many people I'm going to help this month. And I'm telling you, and I never would have believed that I would ever be saying this, you guys, but those came true. So now for March, I'm going to go back, and I recorded those separately so that I don't have to re-record my whole magic morning. You're going to record it in chunks. So I'm just going to re-record new, affirmations, you guys. And those are going to happen. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. You're going to speak the truth, and your brain makes a connection between what you have and what you will have. So that is my unwavering conviction. I had the visualization there. I had the mindset. I had the affirmations, and I did it every single day consistently. And I listened to myself, tell myself that, and it's going to happen for you. And I'm getting chills because it's just going to happen. So you have to have unwavering conviction. You have to have that mindset that you are going to get these goals. And so I'm going to share with you my magic morning routine with you in the replay, because I really want you to have that, because I think it's so important. So tip number 3, and people are going to be like, oh my gosh, I really don't want to do this, Kristen. Like, don't make us do it. But I'm telling you that you need to do it. So if you haven't reached out to your warm market yet, or like all of your warm market, you need to do this. So go ahead and put like a 3 in the chat box if you feel like, I really don't want to talk to my warm market, because I feel like they're going to be like, oh my gosh, here she comes again. What's she selling? Because I know that I have felt like that. So one of my mentors, and I'm just checking my notes to make sure I don't forget anything, you guys, because I have like so much stuff I want to tell you and share with you, because I just want to spread the love, pay it forward. My mentor and leader, Kimberly Olson, she's amazing. And so I was like, I was with this company. I've been with this company for a month, but I joined like a company that I was with for almost 4 years. I was with them, but right before I joined my network marketing company, now, I was with another company for 2 months. I was like, this is going to be the one. This is going to be the one. I just switched, you guys, just switched. And so I'm like, I'm going to do things differently, doing this business. And then I meet these 2 amazing ladies. And I was like, wait, this is my tribe. I just had this like gut instinct, like these are my people. But I was like, but I can't switch because I just switched, and I've already done like 3 different companies like over the past like 4.5 years. I can't possibly switch, because like, then what is everyone going to think, you know? And so honestly, you guys, fear is just, false evidence appearing real. It's really, we're internalizing all of these things. Most likely, like the people out there in our warm market are not even going to like care. And if they do, they're not your real people. But really, she just told me such great advice. So I'm going to share it with you. So, I joined this company. I finally was like, screw it. This is it. I can feel it in my bones. I know this is it. So I even told my husband, you guys, my husband was like, I've heard this before, you know, whatever. And I was like, I'm just going to show you. So, so I'm just going to share it because what did she say? Okay. So she made such a great point. So basically she was like, you know, people do not stay in the same job for 25 years, you guys. Like, right? Like I am an interpreter, and before that I was in the school system, and before that I was a teacher, and then I was a manager in an educational center. Like what, for like a couple of years, unless you're like my husband and you do not like change and you stay in the same job for like 18 years, he's like, so not the norm. Like most people switch jobs like on average every 2 to 5 years. So it's not uncommon for people to switch jobs. And if someone becomes a teacher after doing social work, you're not going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're not going to be a teacher for the rest of your life. Like, what are you thinking? Like, you're not going to ever say that. So you're going to approach your warm market with the fact that you love you've already come to the realization that you're aligned with your mission. You love your product. You have beliefs in your product. You are offering them your product or service because it's awesome, right? So you're offering them this and you're doing them a favor by sharing it. And that's the position of strength that you have to come in. You have to be so confident in what you're doing and that you're out there to help people, because that's all what we really want, right? We want to just help people. That you're going to come from this position of strength and say, hey, listen, I know you've been following my journey and I have finally found the right fit for me. So those are the words that you use. And this is the exact advice that Kimberly had given me. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're so right. Like I've been on this journey. You've been watching my son and I, because I've been on this health journey with my son for a long time because he has he's special needs. And I've been trying things because I didn't want to give him the medication. So you've been following me on this journey and I finally found the right fit for me. And I would really either you talk to people like, I would really love your support. I'd love for you to check this out. I need your story. Or you can say, or you can do the push away. This is my favorite, you guys, the push away. So basically you say, you know, if you really feel like they're jaded and you've totally burnt them out and they're like going to look at you like sideways, you can be like, hey, you know, I finally found the right fit for me. I know you've been following my journey and, you know, this may or may not be for you, but I totally just wanted to share it with you because if you think of anyone that has X, Y, and Z pain points, then, you know, you can refer them to me. And sometimes people are going to be like, oh, well, she's not asking me. Like, well, what are you doing? They want to know. People want to know what you're doing. So just come from that position of strength that you're offering them something. And if you really feel like you've kind of burnt them out, use that language, use that push away. You know, hey, you know, this is what it's been doing for me. I'm super happy and loving life and whatever you want to say. And this may or may not be for you, but, you know, I would really love your support to check it out. And if you think of anyone that has X, Y, and Z, then, you know, let them know, send them my way. And so now they're thinking about you guys, and they're going to come back to you. Maybe not right that second, but then when they hear so-and-so has X, Y, Z, they're like, oh my gosh, you totally got to talk to my friend Kristen. She like has been, you know, feeling so much better. So that leads me to my next thing that I wanted to share with you guys, which is being genuine and sharing your story. So we have the mindset, we have approaching your warm market, we have being aligned with your mission. And so the next thing I wanted to talk about was being genuine and getting really good at sharing your story. So here's a tip. I never prejudge people, you guys. That's like one thing I've done differently for sure, is I never like prejudge. I never go to someone and be like, oh my gosh, Susie doesn't have any money, so like she's totally not going to buy this. I'm not even going to ask her. But what if Susie needs, you know, I'm in health and wellness. So what if Susie needs to really feel better and she's sick and tired of feeling sick and tired? And she's like, why didn't you ask me? Like, why didn't you ever share this with me? Like, you know, that's not fair for us to decide for them. So I share with everyone. And I actually, funny story today, guys, a girl on my team, she didn't reach out to her warm market like I had suggested. And she had posted something, and one of her best friends, you guys, her best friend was like, hey, I saw that you were doing this thing, and like, you're like, what are you doing? Because you didn't even tell me about it. You didn't even share it with me. And like, literally like asked her, like, what are you doing? Because you didn't even tell me. I was kind of offended. So it's just like goes to show you that we have these thoughts in our head that really we're like we're making these things up. We don't know what other people think, obviously. We don't read minds. And if you do, that's a skill that I wish I had. But, you know, like, we can't prejudge. So don't prejudge. Be genuine in sharing your story. Share with everyone. Reach out to your warm market. And I tend to share, and everyone has different opinions on this, but I personally, unless I know specifically what they want, if they only want to be a customer, or if they only want to make money, I share my product and business story together, you guys. So that's me not prejudging. I'm not going to decide, oh, Susie only wants the product and she's not going to do the business. I'm going to tell Susie my whole story about the products, how they're helping me feel so much better, and I'm loving life. And I'm going to tell her about the business because I'm killing it and I just got a car. So I'm going to share that whole story with her. People will pick out what resonates with them. So you're going to share your whole story and be really genuine. And the other thing you want to do also with being genuine and sharing your story is, and if you haven't heard this term yet, you need to know it, because when you're aligned with your mission and you know what your goal is and who you want to help, you need to avatar people. So what does that mean? I want you to make a list on one side, like a T-chart, and on one side, you're gonna make a list of all the pain points that your target audience has. So if you're in health and wellness, you know, maybe they wanna lose weight, maybe they're exhausted and they're overwhelmed and they're tired and they're cranky and they need things to help those pain points. So when you do your curiosity posts, you can use those pain points to attract the people that you want to help. So you can do curiosity posts for my curiosity posts, I do them separately. I do curiosity posts for product. I do curiosity posts for business. But when I share my story genuinely to a person, whether it be in a phone call, in person, a Facebook Messenger, I put my product and business story together. But on Facebook, I do my curiosity posts. So I share those curiosity posts separately. So you don't want to, I'm kind of jumping into the next thing, so I'm going to back up. So you want to avatar people. Your target audience has specific pain points. This is who you want to help. This is your mission. Your product or service has solutions for those pain points, right? So that's what you want to do. So then when you create your curiosity post, for example, and I can send you some examples in the replay, and mine are mainly health and wellness, so that might be a little different for you, but you know, I was feeling, you know, I jumped out of bed with no alarm clock and I was feeling amazing. I couldn't believe, who is this chick? Like, you know, I was ready to start the day. I went to turn on my coffee pot and I realized, wait, I don't need a cup of coffee. I'm feeling fabulous, you know, just going on and like hitting those pain points. I used to be so snappy at my kids and they couldn't even talk to me before I had a cup of coffee. And now I'm like, you know, a totally different person. What is happening to me? If you want to know my secret weapon, you know, then, you know, drop an emoji, or you can do a call to action, or you can just leave it as your story, you know, and just people will be like, whoa, what are you doing? Like, tell me more about you not needing coffee and having more energy and, you know, being super patient with your kids, because I need some of that, right? Because I know that my kids drive me bananas. And so anyways, like, those are examples of curiosity posts. So you want to avatar people and get those pain points, and then what your product or service has to offer and how it's a solution for those pain points. Step number 5, or tip number 5, I should say, and then I have 2 bonus tips for you, is don't be a Spamela Pamela, okay? I cannot tell you how much people dislike getting messages that say something like, and I want to know, put like a little me, or yeah, I've gotten one too in the chat box. If you've gotten a message that in your messenger that says, hey, I'm trying to really rank up this month, and so I'm really reaching out to, you know, everyone to see if they can just buy some of my product to help me hit this major goal that I'm doing. And I'm like, what? Are you kidding me right now? Like, you're all about you. Like, you sent me this message, you don't even know who I am, and you're like, hey, can you help me hit this goal that I'm going for? Like, don't be that person, you guys. Seriously, don't be that person. I cannot. And companies will tell you to do that. Oh my gosh, so true. So I'm seeing some comments. Companies will tell you to do that. Please, I'm begging you, do not do that. We will get you some attraction marketing training. Please do not be messaging people saying, hey, can you buy something from me, pretty much. And don't be putting all those posts on your Facebook wall of all your products and all your deals and 20% off and buy one, get one free. No one wants to see that. Like, seriously, like, people are gonna delete you as a friend. Like, don't do that. Please don't be that person. You want to utilize attraction marketing and curiosity posts. And what I recommend is one curiosity post for business, one curiosity post for product, and one Facebook Live, not mentioning your product or business, a week. Once you get that down consistently, then let's talk about another platform. But consistently, you know, one curiosity post. So don't be doing like 50 a day or like, you know, one every day. Like, let's just chill. One product curiosity post, one business curiosity post, one Facebook Live a week. And I suggest that if you aren't comfortable with Facebook Live, you start getting comfortable with Facebook Live, because the algorithms for Facebook Lives are way higher and you're going to get more engagement if you're on Facebook Live. And you'll notice that you'll get like all these random friend requests. Don't be accepting a ton of friend requests too, all at the same time, because it will lower your numbers. But you want to go to Facebook Live. Get out of your comfort zone, you guys. You can do this. You know, just share, like, genuinely share your story on a Facebook Live. Share how you're helping a team member. Share, you know, whatever you want. But just share about your Facebook Live, not using your product or business name. And remember, you are more than just your product. You're more than just your business, your company that you're working for, your MLM or direct sales company, because people are attracted to you. They're following you. They want to know about you. They want to know about your story, your journey. And that's really what attracts people. So I'm going to be wrapping this up in a few minutes, but you don't want to be a Spamla Pamela. You want to do curiosity posts. I'm going to send you a couple examples of those. You don't want to be having arrows in marketing. You know, arrows in marketing means like, hey, buy something from me. Help me get my goal. Help me reach my next rank. No, people don't want to do that. If they feel like you're giving value to them, then they're going to be more receptive to what you have to offer. So giving value and do arrows out marketing, you know, where you're like, how can I help or serve this person? What is their pain points? They have a problem that I can solve. I want to help them, and be genuine. You know, you want to serve others and help people, and people see that genuineness and they're attracted to that. So that's my fifth tip. Let me see my notes, because I have, the other thing, you guys, I'm going to send you a link. You're going to love this. So I don't know how many of you use spreadsheets, but I'm not a spreadsheet person. I've tried so hard to be a spreadsheet person and keep all my names and everything in a list, but you want to be super organized. So that's like my next tip, number 6, or bonus tip, if you will, is being super organized. Because if you're not organized, you guys, and you're not taking your business seriously, like this is a business and you're not running it like a business, then you need to raise your standards, and you need to have a list that you're adding to daily, and you need to follow through. So spreadsheets are great. I'm not knocking spreadsheets, but that might not be for everyone. I'm super visual. And so there's an amazing tool out there that I'm going to send you that, I'm going to send you. It's called Trello. So if you're like, spreadsheets are so overwhelming, such a drag, I don't even know how to use those, because that's me. Trello is an amazing tool. And so it basically is like a little funnel. And you start off with your list. And this is how I set mine up. Start off with your list, and then you can move, like, you have cards. So each person is a card. It's really cool. And then you, like, say you reach out to Susie on this day. You move the card over to like a follow-up or a reach out, you know, or first contact. You can label your next column. You move that card over. Okay, so then maybe you sent Susie a sample like last week on, like, I don't know, February 15th or something. So then you can move the card over to sample, and then you have another column for follow up on sample, and then, you know, ordered as a customer or not interested at this time. You can move the card over to whichever column. So as you go through your funnel of like what your action steps are. So for me, it's like I reached out to them, so I reached out, so they know what I'm doing. The second column is I've gotten their email and their contact information and their goals. So I have email, then I have their wellness goals. Then I move them over to, did I give them a sample, or did they become a customer? When do I need to follow up with them next? And so you can move it over. So you're physically doing something. And for me, that works a lot better than a spreadsheet. Because with a spreadsheet, I'm like looking at all these boxes and I'm like, I don't even know where to start. But with the card system, with Trello, you can move the card over and it's kind of like follows your funnel. So I love that, and I'll send you guys the link. Or you can totally check it out like after this. I would totally recommend it. It's an awesome way to stay organized. So the last one, and then I'm gonna let y'all go, the seventh tip I have for you is to tap into the systems that are already in place. So your job is to recruit, okay? So for example, when I joined this team, I wanted to really just like blow up my business. And so I was recruiting constantly, but then I was bringing on all these new people. Who's going to train these people? Because if I'm focused on recruiting, I can't handhold people and walk them through. So my company has automated systems that I just plug people in. So I have, I don't have to recreate the wheel. I plug people into the automated system. So there's an automated training and I'm like, okay, this is what you got to do, X, Y, Z. Here's the system, here's the training, and they go after it and they follow that. And then they do the same with their person. And so all of these onboarding trainings that we have in place are just amazing. So you definitely want to tap into systems that you have in place, and you don't want to recreate the wheel. You don't have to be like set up a training video for everything. And you don't want to go into management mode. So when you have people on your team, you're going to have the sitters, you're going to have the walkers, you're going to have the runners. You want to run with the runners, and they're going to figure it out, guys. Like, you give them the systems, you give them the training, you give them the automated trainings, and you plug them in, they're going to run, they're going to figure it out. Your sitters will need a little bit of more guidance and a little bit more attention. Your walkers will need a little bit more attention, but your sitters, well, you don't know, you want to match their intensity. So if your runners are going to run, you're going to run with them. Walkers are going to walk, you're going to walk with them. But you're going to plug them into systems that are already in place in your company so that you do not have to recreate the wheel, and you're not spending all of your time training all of these people. Because if you're training, you can't possibly train all of your people and their people and their people, plus recruit at the same time. It just gets crazy, right? So plug them into automated trainings that you already have in place. So those are my tips. I hope that you left with some valuable information and you're going to go after it and you're going to totally crush your business. I am going to send you all the replay with the Trello link and the link to my Magic Morning and any other tips, sample curiosity posts and language that you can use. And I just hope that you guys totally crush it. And I'm super excited that you all joined me. So I hope you have a great night. Thank you so much. You guys are going to rock your biz. All right. Have a great night, everyone. Bye.